Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is Your Weather Tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, folks, here we go now, heading right on into our Friday evening. And I tell you what, we've got some fast-changing weather conditions on the way as we go through this weekend, tracking our next opportunity of rain and storms as we go through this evening and tonight. In fact, there is a new flood watch that has been reissued for the area. The latest details on that, and it's also all about that strong Canadian cold front. It's going to be arriving as we go through Sunday, a driving northerly wind, dropping temperatures, a cold rain. Yes, there is a lot to talk about now as we push into our Friday evening, but let's go and get you at least caught up on your Friday evening. And of course, on Friday, we always show the late night planner for those of you that are making, again, some later evening plans. The one thing you need to know, though, there is an opportunity of rain and storms the deeper we go through the evening. And again, some locally heavy rainfall could be possible to almost likely here in the Metroplex. And again, you can see those temperatures easing through the 60s. We've got a front moving through the area today as well. Not necessarily the strong Canadian front that, again, is going to be moving through on Sunday, but it will be a little bit cooler than the last several evenings. You'll notice a northerly wind as well. So the opportunity of heavy rain near that front is going to be possible as we go through the overnight, including the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, the counties in green. Again, this is a flood watch in effect. This is basically through sunrise tomorrow morning. The Weather Service thinking where the front stalls overnight, that's going to be the more likely opportunity of rain and storms. Again, I'll show you that on the model coming up momentarily. So here is the front. You can see the blue line right there. Again, this is not the strong Canadian front, but this front does have some cooler air with it, and it's just going to continue to kind of wobble through the area, not make a lot of forward progress as we go through the evening and tonight. If it moves through your area, you'll definitely notice a northerly wind and temperatures at least slowly easing down, but near that front, that's where the real focus, if you will, is going to be. Again, for some rain and some thunderstorm activity as we go through this evening and tonight. Behind the front currently right now, not a lot going on. In fact, even in our region, not a lot going on. You really have to look down towards the coastal plains to find any other active weather. Again, currently here in the southern plains. So behind the front, there's chillier air, yes. But again, really the bigger story, right, as we go through the weekend outside of the rain we're talking about, the bigger story, it's going to be, see the blue up there in the northern tier? That's the real deal Canadian air. And it's not going to get that cold here in North Texas, but that air mass, even though it's going to warm and what we call modify on its way down to the south, it is heading south. And again, as we get into Sunday, it will be arriving. The main reason why it's going to be arriving, you can see this is more so what we call a long wave trough developing. And again, it's basically just opening the barn door, if you will. And again, it's going to allow that air to rush down into the area. And like I mentioned, it will be chilling us down by late in the weekend. Again, more on that piece coming up. But as we go through the evening, here's the model, right? So the model thinking the front stalling pretty close to the Metroplex, southern counties, northeastern counties, basically where that flood watch is, right? So scattered activity through the evening, through the first part of the overnight, and then as we go through the overnight, look at the activity expand. And again, this is how we start your Saturday morning, areas of rain in progress, even into part of early Saturday afternoon. And then the deeper we get into Saturday afternoon, the rain probabilities come down. They don't go to zero tomorrow, but again, tomorrow, at least later in the day, looks a little bit drier than earlier in the day, if that makes sense. Then as we get into Sunday, this is going to be nothing but a cold rain here ongoing. And again, we'll have that front, the secondary Canadian front, sliding through on Sunday. Again, temperatures dropping, a driving northerly wind kicking in. And in fact, we'll even be talking about some wind chill factors as we go through the day as well. So opportunity of additional rainfall, 1 to 3 inches, not impossible. Again, this will take us all the way through Monday. Rain probabilities linger even into Monday, but again, more accumulating rain absolutely on the way. So overnight lows wide ranging, right? Behind the front, 50s and 60s. Ahead of the front down in our southeastern counties, temperatures still in the 70s. Similar for tomorrow. Temperatures don't move a whole lot, 50s and 60s behind the front. And again, you can see some 70s down in our southeastern counties. Very similar story for Saturday night into Sunday. Touch colder, though, off to the northwest. That's a sign of things to come. And then as we go through Sunday, it's dropping temperatures. Most of us are dropping into the 40s, again, with that driving northerly wind and, again, a cold rain in progress as we go through a good part of the afternoon. So we'll just call it turning colder as we get into Sunday. You can see highs in the 40s, and even as we get into Monday as well.